position which my lords have asked, that because of me, some other candidate was at a disadvantage. I have verified, my lord, there is not a single candidate of
You
in-service.
got to do that calculation also.
My lord, but because they have not provided us the scorecard, they have just given us the percentile.
No. We wanted you to do it as an example. How would it affect? Statistically, it may not make a difference at all.
The method that was explained.
Let the
Not
director.
Correct method when we explain.
Let the director. What is the name of the director?
Additional director.
Executive director. Say.
May I know your name?
Good afternoon, my lord.
Good afternoon. May we know your name?
My name is Dr. Subodh Kumar. I am Executive Director of National Board of Examination in Medical Sciences.
Dr. Kumar, how does this system work?
My lord, first we need to understand that our result, whether it's a single shift or multiple shifts, it's based on the percentile score. Because our criteria for qualifying marks for general category, for reserve category, based on the percentile. So till last year, it was a single shift, but still the qualifying criteria is percentile marks. So anyway, we have to convert the raw score into percentile marks. This is one. Second, this is the first time we have done the exam in 2 shifts, but this is not the first time in the country, because the AIMS has been doing this exam in multiple shifts for various other exams. And we have adopted the methodology used by the AIMS for various exams in the multiple shifts of normalization process, which is available in the public domain and already notified before the exam. This is one. Using this normalization process, when the exam was conducted in 2 shifts, in each shift, the raw score was converted into percentile score, which is a requirement for the result formation. All those who got a different percentile for the same raw score, if somebody, say for example, 100 student scored 500 marks raw score, but their percentile will be different. So what we have done, we awarded them the same percentile to remove the disadvantage. This is one. After giving them a percentile score, the raw score becomes infructuous. It has no value. Now both the percentile score of both the shifts were merged, and if there is a tie between the 2 percentile score, we have a tie-breaking criteria already defined in the information bulletin. There are 7 or 8. Using them, we generated the rank. It is also important to understand that the difficulty level of the 2 shifts were minimized by 3 criteria. Number 1, we prepared the question paper like this, that they are more or less of same difficulty level. Number 1. Number 2, the candidates were randomly allocated in both the shifts. It means out of, say for example, 2,16,000 suppose students appeared. So roughly in one shift is 1,08,000, another shift is around 1,08,500. So this is a very robust process of randomization. In terms of the candidates, we have further analyzed our data, and we found that the candidates were randomized in both the shifts for gender also, for category also. Very robust. Third criteria, that once we have converted into percentile, the raw score in another shift, the topper has got 705 marks. So both were considered topper in each shift. They become 100 percentile, and rest all were calculated accordingly. So the criteria for difficulty level were matched. As I already explained, that all those who secured the same raw score were awarded the same percentile to remove the disadvantage, and then the percentile score was merged and tie-breaking criteria were applied and rank was generated. This is for the all India result. Now coming to the state-specific result. There was a requirement from the states to award the incentivized marks to the in-service candidates based on various criteria. So we had a meeting with the National Medical Commission, the MCC, the Counseling Committee, and the state counseling committees. And it was explained that how to do the incentivized marks calculation. Because till the last year, because it was a single shift, so it is possible this year that somebody has a 500 marks, his rank is 1000. Somebody has 499 marks, but his rank may be 990, because it's a relative rank because of the percentile. So this year the raw score cannot be used for this purpose. So we suggested that this time we will prepare the state specific result and state specific percentile. So a meeting was held with all the state agencies, and we asked them to provide us the data of all the eligible candidates for that particular state and how many candidates are eligible for incentivized marks. Till today, we have received more than 15 states have provided us the data, and we have prepared the result for them. And the method we adopted, because if suppose somebody secured 500 marks out of 800, and he has to be awarded 30% incentivized marks, it means his marks will become 650, as if he has secured 650 marks in the NEET PG exam, because based on his academic performance and the professional performance, he was awarded these marks. So we have included these in the original list of 2,16,000. And then we calculated the percentile score. And we extracted the number of students for that particular state and generated there is no other method that we can award them at 30% incentivized marks, because once we have converted into percentile score, you cannot change the percentile score like this. You have to have a reference point at the top, and you have to increase their marks accordingly. Somebody is eligible for 10%, 20%, 30%. So we discussed with the experts. We have experts in
Mr. Kumar,
sir.
No. Let's say it, in case of one shift examination,
Sir.
where you're taking the topper's marks as the 100 percentile and then working backward.
Sir.
Supposing one in-house, in-service candidate is not a topper,
That's
but
right.
because of this 30% addition, he becomes the topper.
Yes.
Then does your percentile shift to him, or does it remain to that 100%?
No, it shift to him, because that we are doing at the generic level. He will become the topper for that particular state, but it will not change the All India rank. It will not change the All India rank.
Why will it? It will automatically change the All India rank then?
No. That we have already specified. That this process will be used only to generate the state-specific percentile, state-specific rank, and inter-se merit.
So what you have done is
every candidate, my lord, every candidate has two ranks. One, he has All India rank, and he has a state-specific rank and a state-specific percentile.
So the All India rank is based on the percentile generated without that 30%?
Absolutely.
And that state rank is generated by adding 30% to the in-house, in-service candidates separately and then generated a list.
Absolutely.
So then, Mr. Sanghi, then it is sort of an exercise inter se that it doesn't prejudice anybody.
I totally agree.
So if everybody in your state is treated equally by giving 30% marks at a raw stage, how does it benefit you?
No, my lord, but as far as my query is, my lord, from the experts, through my lord, why not on normalization 30%, my lord?
No, that is what he's trying to explain. That you begin with scores.
My lord.
Those scores are converted into percentiles.
Yes.
Your 30% is added to a score, not to a percent. If supposing
my lord.
Somebody secures 90%, say the topper is an in-service candidate. His rank is taken as 100%. He's 100 percentile. If you add 30% to 100, then he becomes 130% out of 100. How is that possible?
How is that possible?
That's not possible.
In order to
So if he say secured 500 marks out of 1,000, you add 30%, that means you add say 155 more marks. He becomes 655 out of 1,000. And then that is taken as the percentile as 100% and then worked backwards for everybody across the board in the state.
Absolutely, my lord.
Only in service, only in service.
That is what they're saying. This 30%, you see, we could have understood that this 30% addition is done across the board. So somebody in another rank outside state gets to a demerit, you get a merit. That's not the case. All the in-service candidates are taken out from this list, a separate list prepared, 300 marks added, then a fresh percentile and ranking created. And you treat it
Absolutely,
equally. If you are lost out, you lost out. Can't help
If
it.
my lord will just give me half a minute, my lord, I'll just.
Sir, I want to say something.
Come to the mic so that they can also hear you.
Yes, sir. सर नॉर्मलाइजेशन प्रोसेस जो होता है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ पेपर्स को इक्वलाइज करने के लिए होता है. आफ्टर दैट नॉर्मलाइज स्कोर स्टैंडर्ड स्कोर होता है. यू कैन नॉट यूज द रॉ स्कोर.
Dr. Shukla,
यस सर.
please understand one thing.
Yes.
You see, these are experts. Experts have come across with a formula of how to calculate the result. In some examination in the past, maybe normalization is used differently. Your grievance can be, look, for in this exam, that candidate has been treated this way. I've been treated differently, because of which I've lost out. If across the board, all candidates in the state have been treated equally and given 30% addition at the raw stage, then there is no discrimination.
सर देयर इज डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ना.
There discrimination ये होती है कि जी मेरे को 30% इन्होंने रॉ स्टेज पे दिए, उसको 30% परसेंटाइल पे दिए, तो वो उसको ज्यादा नंबर मिल गए.
That's right. That's right, my lord. That's right.
सर 2017 में नीट पीजी मल्टीपल शिफ्ट में हुआ
Please
था.
don't go in what has happened in the past. There the expert, you see, court is not an expert in this field. We may be an expert in interpreting law. Examination board experts ने एक particular method adopt किया. हाँ, आप grievance ये raise कर सकते थे जी, मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट वालों को तो इन्होंने परसेंटाइल पे कर दिया, इवनिंग शिफ्ट वालों को रॉ स्कोर पे कर दिया, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होगी, क्लियर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होती. अगर सबको इन्होंने इक्वली ट्रीट किया एट ईच स्टेज.
सर नॉर्मलाइजेशन प्रोसेस बहुत लार्ज पूल के लिए होता है. इनके आंसर में रिटर्न है सर. वो सर इन सर्विस कैंडिडेट
इन सर्विस कितने
90 स्टूडेंट्स सर.
My lord,
दे कैन
my lord, large पे किया है, पूरे रॉ स्कोर पे किया है, लार्ज पे ही.
पूरे स्टेट के स्कोर पे किया होगा
सर
पूरे स्टेट के.